Good morning, everyone. My topic for today is imaging studies in pulmonology. My moderator is Dr. Rajesh sir. Coming to X-rays, they are form of ionizing radiation produced by focusing a high energy beam of electrons into tungsten target. Materials of low density appear darker than materials of high density. The picture in the right depicts the arrangement of density from top to bottom and the corresponding metal and bone, muscle, blood, liver, lung, fat and air appearance can be understood from the image. And the rightmost image shows the bone, air, soft tissue and fat. Coming to the most popular views, one is AP view and PA view. And to differentiate between AP and PA view, we can use the following points. Clavicle are seen above the apex of lung field in AP view, whereas seen over the lung fields in PA view. Scapula, inner borders seen over lung fields in AP view, whereas inner borders seen away from the lung fields. Ribs, anterior ribs better visible in AP view, whereas posterior ribs are better visible in PA view. And other views are lateral X-ray, expiratory view, lordotic view and apical view. AP and supine. This picture depicts the normal chest X-ray where it shows trachea, carina, aortic knuckle, descending thoracic aorta, left ventricle, left hemidiaphragm, right hemidiaphragm, right atrium and superior vena cava. This picture depicts clavicle, posterior rib, anterior rib, right costophrenic angle, left costophrenic angle, right hilum, left hilum and lung apex. Consolidation is the replacement of alveolar air by fluid, cell, pus or other material. It shows patchy shadowing or lobar or segmental density with air bronchogram, which can be understood from the picture. Air bronchogram is a radiographic appearance of an air-filled bronchus that is surrounded by fluid-filled or solid alveoli. Examples for consolidation can be lobar pneumonia, can be from infections like Streptococcus, Klebsiella, TB and aspiration. And lobar can be also from secondary to neoplasm and because of hemorrhage. Diffuse consolidation is usually seen with edema, hemorrhage and bronchopneumonia. Reticular pattern type is seen with edema, heart failure, fluid overload, interstitial pneumonia, viral PCP and mycoplasma, lymphangitis carcinoma. And drugs like nitrofurantoin, methotrexate, amiodarone, busulfan, bleomycin, cytoxan. Cystic disease like Langerhans, lymphangiomatosis, pneumococele and lymphocytic interstitial pneumonia. Fine nodular pattern is seen with sarcoidosis, metastasis and TB. Collapse. Collapse is failure of all of part of lung to expand due to loss of air in alveoli. It can be lobar collapse, collapse of particular lobe of lung or lung collapse where collapse of whole lung. General features: an increase in density representing lung devoid of air, white. Signs of decreased lung volume with the displacement of mediastinum trachea towards collapsed lung, elevation of hemidiaphragm and compensatory overinflation of adjacent lobes or lung. Cause of collapse: bronchial obstruction by tumor, mucus plug, lymphadenopathy, aneurysm, foreign body, or external pulmonary compression by pleural effusion, collection or mass. So these X-rays show right upper lobe collapse and right lower lobe collapse, where we can understand the shifting of trachea, mediastinum and volume loss. Cavitatory lung lesion. Cavity is a hole in the lung with a wall, lumen and contents. Causes can be abscess, neoplasm, TB, pneumonia, and rheumatoid nodules. The right X-ray shows bilateral multiple thin-walled cavities, which are secondary to metastasis from cancer cervix. You can see the cavity in the lower X-ray. Coming to interstitial fibrosis, it is thickening and scarring of the interstitium of the lung. It can be due to accumulation of fluid, pulmonary edema, or lymphangitis, and inflammation leading to fibrosis with reticulonodular shadowing. It can be understood from the X-ray 1, 2, 3, 4, where there is scarring of the interstitium of the lung. Causes of interstitial fibrosis are sarcoidosis, systemic sclerosis, asbestosis, and rheumatoid condition, and connective tissue disorders like SLE, and pneumoconiosis, idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis, and drugs like methotrexate, amiodarone, bronchiectasis, associated, and also with bronchiectasis, TB, and radiotherapy. And the picture also shows scarring. Pneumothorax, air in the pleural space, radial feature, one side is blacker and air in the pleural space, and lung edge is seen and there are no lung markings beyond the lung edge. More prominent vascular markings in the opposite lung. Arrow marks show the aerated lung. The gap shows the space which is filled by air. Hydropneumothorax defined as the presence of both air and fluid within the pleural space. Upright chest X-ray will show air fluid level. Horizontal fluid level extended across the whole length of hemithorax. Pleural effusion. Fluid between the layer of the pleura outside the lung causes transitive, congestive cardiac failure, nephrotic syndrome, liver cirrhosis, exudative, tuberculosis, pneumonia. Various examples for pleural effusion. Transitive, as already explained, heart failure, cirrhosis, nephrotic syndrome, hypoalbuminemia, and hypothyroidism. Whereas exudates, pneumonia, malignancy, tuberculosis, pulmonary embolism, rheumatoid arthritis, SLE, pancreatitis, esophageal rupture, post-CABG, and viral parasitic diseases, post-myocardial syndrome, and drug-induced. Based on appearance, pus empyema, pus putrid anaerobic empyema, milky white chylothorax and pseudochylothorax, urine urinothorax, anchovy brown amoebic liver abscess, food particles, esophageal rupture, hemorrhagic seen with malignancy, trauma, asbestosis related effusion, pneumonia, infection and infarction. Hydatid thorax, clear with hydatid membranes, bile stain, biliary fistula. Pulmonary edema. It is a condition caused by excessive fluid in the lung. The fluid collects in the numerous air sacs in the lung, making it difficult to breathe. And one of the easy ways to identify is because of the bat wing appearance, where there is the associated abnormality is seen near to the borders of heart. Coming to the ultrasonography in pulmonology, it is used to elevate a wide range of peripheral, parenchymal, pleural and chest wall diseases, used for interventional procedures of the chest and pleural space. Only superficial structure can be visualized by using an ultrasound, especially used in ICU setting where X-ray shows suboptimal results. Most commonly used to tap the pleural fluid from the cavity. The contents of the fluid aspirated can be either transitive, pus-filled, chyle or blood. As little as even 20 ml can be detected. So the ultrasound images shows, the top one shows the lung, pleural fluid, diaphragm and the liver. And the lower image shows subcutaneous tissue, intercostal muscle and fascia and pleural line. So ultrasound and its findings. In pleural thickening, a hyperechoic thickening of visceral pleura can be seen. Pleural masses can be benign and malignant. Biopsy can be used to differentiate the two. And pneumonia and lung abscess, early consolidation, where lung appears diffusely echogenic. Pulmonary infarct can be identified as an area of infarct as in pulmonary embolism. Bilateral minimal pleural effusion can be seen in heart failure and also used to identify soft tissue disorders and lymph nodes. Curvilinear probe with 2 to 5 allows visualization of deeper structure and quick surveillance, whereas 7.5 to 10 can be used once the abnormality is detected. Scanning along the intercostal space, maximum visualization of lung and pleural space is achieved. On grayscale images, images can be compared to liver and described as hyperechoic, iso or hypoechoic. BAT sign B mode, a curvilinear hyperechoic interface with posterior acoustic shadowing from the two adjacent ribs in the intercostal space about 1 to 1.5 cm deep to anterior rib surface is a hyperechoic pleural interface or pleural line. Lung sliding, normal sliding movement between gliding movement between parietal and visceral pleura synchronous with respiration. Seashore sign M model, a combination of a superficial layer of horizontal lines from the static chest wall and a deep layer of granular appearance from the lung movement. The following images are of ultrasound where A shows sagittal B mode ultrasound image shows the BAT sign. Can be understood from the color of the image. And the lower image shows seashore sign with the granular pattern of the lung and static thoracic wall. Static thoracic wall is represented by horizontal lines, whereas granular pattern represents the lung. So seashore sign is seen with static lung, and the topmost image shows BAT sign. Ultrasound image is showing community acquired pneumonia in a 13-year-old girl with the arrow showing pleural effusion. Color Doppler scan showing pulmonary artery branch supplying the segment. And these are the images where 73-year-old man with congestive heart failure showing pleural effusion in the picture A. Whereas in the picture B, tuberculous pleural empyema showing a complex appearing left pleural effusion with multiple septae and hyperechoic contents. And the third image shows image of a 20-year-old man who sustained blunt trauma with heterogeneous echogenicity of large left pleural effusion secondary to hemothorax. Pleural thickening as band just superficial to the echogenic pleural lung interface can be understood, which is hypoechoic. This is regarding the loss of lung sliding secondary to pneumothorax in a 41-year-old man who presented with acute chest pain. Ultrasound image shows multiple A lines, arrowheads, and the pleural line with a barcode sign or stratosphere sign, a finding that indicates the absence of lung sliding. So, absence of lung sliding can be identified in ultrasound by using stratosphere sign or barcode sign, which is shown in the right image. Coming to CT scan, it is an image technique which uses X-ray and computer technology to make detailed pictures of organs and structures inside the chest. Measurements from different rotational angles of X-ray attenuation through cross-sectional plane of the thorax. Hounsfield units are used. Water, muscle, liver and bone appear white, whereas lung and adipose tissue appears black. Indications: gold standard investigation for diagnosis of pulmonary embolism and after major trauma. It can detect pathology missed on conventional chest radiograph. Used to diagnose conditions in ICU like ARDS, pleural effusion, small or anterior pneumothorax. Use of thin CT film sections 0.25 to 2 mm. Disadvantage is radiation dosage and artifacts. Coming to bronchoarterial ratio, normal is 1:1. Bronchoarterial ratio is increased in bronchiectasis, asthma, aging, chronic embolism, and high altitude. When the ratio is more than 1, it's known as signet ring sign, which we'll see in further slides. Signet ring sign where bronchoarterial ratio is more than 1. So the following image shows increased ratio where bronchus is more diameter than artery. Appears to type that of a signet ring. There are approximately 23 generations of dichomatous branching from trachea to alveolar sac. HRCT can identify up to 8th order of central bronchioles. Following are the various images of CT scan showing lymphangitic carcinomatosis shows diffuse, smooth and nodular septal thickening. Focal septal thickening in lymphangitic carcinomatosis in the right upper image. Whereas in sarcoidosis, the lower image shows right lung base shows interlobular septal thickening associated with several septal nodules giving beaded appearance. Smooth septal thickening and ground glass opacity with a gravitational distribution in a patient with cardiogenic pulmonary edema. And coming to honeycombing, upper lobe predominance type of honeycombing is seen in end-stage sarcoidosis, radiation, hypersensitivity pneumonitis and end-stage ARDS, whereas lower lobe predominant honeycombing will be seen in interstitial fibrosis, connective tissue disorders, hypersensitivity pneumonitis, asbestosis and NSIP. This image shows random nodules, miliary tuberculosis. And patchy ground glass opacity consolidation and nodule mainly with peribronchovascular distribution with reversed halo signs, central ground glass opacity and surrounding airspace consolidation. Whereas the right one shows peripheral consolidations with upper lobe predominance, which is negative of pulmonary edema. So this shows normal chest CT radiograph showing reticulonodular opacities, pleural effusion and mass in the left lung. Current CT image shows metastatic adenocarcinoma to the pleura in a 49-year-old woman. CT scan demonstrates lobulated pleural masses within the right hemithorax. This should be differentiated from mesothelioma. HRCT, high resolution CT. It's a type of CT with specific techniques to enhance image resolution. It uses narrow beam collimation to take thin slice images of the lung parenchyma. Used in lung parenchymal lesions, small nodules that can be missed on plain CT. The image shows interstitial pneumonia. PET scan positron emission tomography is an imaging modality which detects radioactive substance and look for diseases in the lung. Principle is to detect high metabolic area in the body. The tissues which are more metabolic can be detected by using radioactive substance which is usually injected, and imaging is done post ingestion. It will detect high metabolic areas. So most of the cancers are detected in the PET scan. Their activity and following treatment, the regression and recurrence can be understood from the PET scan. However, solid tumors can be missed in PET scan. 18-FDG is usually used in PET scan, and it is also has usage in other conditions for heart, brain. In conditions like heart, it is used to identify the areas with low blood supply which can be beneficial by doing either stenting or CABG. Coming to CT angiography, special dye is injected into the vein and CT is taken to produce pictures of blood vessels and tissue in a part of the body. And the first image you can see identify saddle shaped thrombus. It is used in aneurysm, blockages and obstruction, congenital abnormalities, vascular malformations and vascular tear. The lower CT image shows aortic dissection which can be understood. VQ perfusion scan uses scintigraphy to evaluate circulation of air and blood within patient's lung to check presence of clot or check circulation. Used in pulmonary embolism, COPD, post-lobectomy and pneumonia. In ventilation phase, gaseous radionuclide, krypton, xenon and technetium DTPA is inhaled in aerosol form. In perfusion phase, IV injection of radioactive technetium macroaggregated albumin, and gamma camera acquires images in both phases. Mismatched perfusion defect suggestive of pulmonary embolism. Matched perfusion defect suggestive of parenchymal lung disease. This image shows perfusion image, whereas this shows ventilation image. Coming to MRI lung, not a common modality used to scan lung. However, it is used to diagnose hypertension, pulmonary hypertension, cystic fibrosis, neoplastic staging and staging of lung cancer, and used in pregnant women and pediatric age group. Limitations. Lung contains 70% air which has no proton to emit magnetic radiation, hence imaging is poor. CT and MRI showing cystic fibrosis. MRI with contrast, gadolinium contrast is used to identify pulmonary nodules. However, CT scan is superior in detecting pulmonary nodules. DWI imaging helps to differentiate benign and malignant tumors. In the right image, CT image shows irregular nodule at peripheral right lower lobe in patient with multiple pleural plaques. Differentiation between rounded atelectasis and malignancy is always a dynamo in such cases. Whereas DWI MR image shows stronger signal intensity of nodule than of spinal cord, strongly suggesting malignancy rather than rounded atelectasis. Thank you.